Saturday, September 15th. Inner City Press written 3 stories about the UN today. That's true. South Sudan, a peacekeeper shot from Nepal in Ye. Burundi, hate speech by Nkurunziza, unmarked on by the resident of this mansion, sometimes resident, Antonio Guterres, and his Ursula Mueller. And finally, one about Cameroon. Very troubling, highly troubling. Yes. That Facebook is partnering with the government to take Cameroonian journalists and journalists about Cameroon off of their platform. This comes after a secret July 11th meeting of Antonio Guterres and Paul Biya's lobbyists in which he promised to help them to counter bad media. This comes as he's thrown Inner City Press out of the UN for 74 days. Inner City Press has always covered the UN and, aggressively. That's our right. Nothing changed about our coverage. The only thing that changed at the UN was Antonio Guterres, the Secretary General, so thin-skinned, so imperial, such a censor, that he had Inner City Press thrown out and now can't provide any reasons. Says that the U.S. and the UK are behind it. Now, we've asked the U.S., Nikki Haley, 3 times at the gate, no answer. There's Curtain Gate, on which we've said, the focus was misplaced. I mean, maybe $58,000 a month is a bit much for an apartment. But the main thing is, if you're the U.S. ambassador, you better do something when a U.S. journalist is beaten up. As much as you might want to like Antonio Guterres, he has a son that does business in Africa. It was never disclosed. He covered up deaths in Cameroon to get a favor in the budget committee. I don't know how I can keep going down the line. And in fact, we're going to have a story upon his return. He wasn't here. See, he took Friday off, but he got paid. I don't know. It was a work day, but he was back in Lisbon. What was he doing? We don't know. We demand to cover UNGA 73. We've covered it for 10 years. Here we are. It's Saturday, September 15th. This is the United Nations. The Hulls Prize. Oh, it's very serious. They've tied balloons. They've tied balloons to the benches. I wrote to Peter Drennan, and I said, I have video of Ronald Dobbins beating up a journalist. And nothing happened. Did you know that the UN killed 10,000 people in Haiti with cholera? What? They brought cholera to Haiti and they killed 10,000 people and they didn't pay one person 1 penny. Did you ever hear about that? Cholera in Haiti from the UN?
Honestly, not.
Well, you should Google it.
I'm not waiting for the UN anyway.
But I know, but every penny they spend on this is a penny stolen from people that they killed.
They don't.
No, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Google it. Google Haiti, cholera, and UN. I appreciate it. You should check it out. Okay, here we are. It's Saturday, September 15th. This is the UN. This is the UN. They said that we couldn't be in after 7 p.m. covering the budget. But look at the detritus coming out for the Hulls Prize past 10:30 p.m. We've seen UN security taking selfies with guys in tuxedos. We've seen people saying, I never heard of Haiti cholera. I didn't know that Peacekeepers raped anyone. It's just a great bar. Isn't the UN just a bar? Did you know that the UN Peacekeepers raped children in Africa?
Sounds like a good time.
They did it. I'm sure it did. So why are you in there? How are you comfortable with it? No, seriously. Sounds like a good time, he said. That's all you need to know about the UN. When told of child rape, UN Security's party boy said, sounds like a good time. It's a child. We're not going to say a single word. See, look how nice we are. They keep children in there late, but that's fine. They don't need to know what the UN really is, which is a place that spreads cholera, killing 10,000 people, paying not a single person. Shameful. Yes, absolutely shameful. Oh no, this is what Alison Smale thought, just unacceptable. Unacceptable. We have to throw this journalist out. I never did this until I was thrown out. But it's all true. Forget child rape. It's too explosive. Just check out cholera in Haiti, and you'll find that the UN said they had no money. That's why they couldn't pay anyone anything. That's why children were immediately pulled out of school, because the UN peacekeepers brought cholera that killed their father. And the UN had no money. But they had money for you. So it happened. It's not your fault. But you should check it out. If you do a single thing on this, it'll be great. If you do a single tweet, a single Facebook post, if you do anything about this, then maybe it's worth it. It's not crazy. They said they had no money, and yet you just went into a rich place and had a cocktail party. So you didn't know it when you went in, but now you know it. And you can despise me and you can say it's crazy and it should never have heard about this, but now you have heard about it. Haiti, cholera, UN. Anything that you do will be to your credit. Okay, here we are. It's Saturday, September 15th. This is the mansion in which Antonio Guterres, who says he can't afford to pay a penny to the Haitians killed by cholera in Haiti, lives, except he's not here, as is so often the case. 15 publicly funded junkets to Lisbon, and the eviction of the press that asked about it. The cover-up of murder in Cameroon so he could get a budget committee favor. A son making money in Africa, undisclosed. And the only one who thought he could have a journalist beaten up and banned. To be continued.